Hi team, I hope you're all well. I do apologise for the shoddy filming position we're in. I'm very limited on space up here right now. I'm currently sitting on my mattress because this is where I'm actually sleeping right now, because my what was my bedroom, I no longer have a bedroom, is being plastered right now. So that's what's going on here. Of course you would be flashing. You know what, we're just going to film until it turns off. So I'm here to do a haul and unboxing for April. A couple of these books have come like this morning or yesterday, so I'm just going to stick them on here anyway, because I will forget by May what I got at the beginning. So we are going to start off with, you know what, we're going to start off with books I bought myself. And we're going to kick it off with a bang with the rest of the Zodiac Academy series. I purchased the majority, well, a good portion of these at the beginning, well, at the end of March, and then the rest of these at the beginning of April. So I've got book 4, which is Shadow Princess, book 5, which is Cursed Fates, book 6, which is Fated Throne, and book 7, which is Heartless Sky. Look at the size of book 7 though, like, is that necessary? So yeah, I have almost all of them now, just book 8 and the big ASS party, which is a little novella, and then I would have them all. So I did get all of these. I have made no more progress on this series other than having read Origins of an Academy Bully. I'm still up to book 3. I plan on making progress, don't look at me like that. Then I did purchase also, like, again, don't look at me like that, I can't deal with it. I got the Ruthless, is it the Ruthless Boys series? What's the series called? It is the Ruthless Boys series. Books 1 to 5. This is a complete series. So we've got Dark Fae, Savage Fae, Vicious Fae, Broken Fae, and Warrior Fae. I did end up picking these up because I will be interweaving these with the Zodiac Academy. I have an order that I'm following, and after I finish Zodiac Academy book 3, I will be picking up Dark Fae, which is book 1 in the Ruthless Boys series. Similarly, I do need to get hold of the Dartmoor Penitentiary series as well, but I might start off with those on Kindle. After saying that, I said that about the Ruthless Boys to Jade, and I haven't fucking done that. So that's going well. How much do we trust that I won't invest in the Dartmoor Penitentiary series as well? I don't trust myself. My battery did in fact die, so we have a new battery now, which is great news. So if you can hear that rustling, it's the notepads. They're sat next to me because you're resting on the rest. I apologise. So a couple of books I did decide to buy for myself. I did get The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. I also bought the second one, but once I got up here to film this, I was too lazy to go back downstairs to pick it up. Says a lot about me. I've read this one though, and I gave it 4.5 stars, 4 stars, 4.5 stars. Similarly, I got 6 Scorched Roses, and I've read this one too. And I am reading Ashes, so, you know, it's not all bad. These are great, by the way, would recommend. Vampires, fantasy romance, with trials. They're really, really good. Would recommend. Then I did get Solo Leveling Volume 2. I think I mentioned in the last haul that this was supposed to be coming, but I don't know where it had gotten to. It finally came, because I got Volume 3 in that haul. And I got this one from Forbidden Planet. This is like a RPG campaign in a manhwa format, I believe. So yeah, really excited to continue on with this one. And then I did get The Unforgettable Logan Foster and the Shadow of Doubt by Sean Peters. I got the first one in this series, which was The Unforgettable Logan Foster, in an Illumicrate Junior box, and really enjoyed it, and I'm very excited to continue on with this. It's a middle grade and it follows Logan Foster, who is a kid that is about to be adopted. It turns out his adoptive parents are actually superheroes, and it's really, really good. I really enjoyed it, and this is on my R Fantasy TBR as well, so I wanted to make sure I was getting a physical copy of it as well. So very excited to add this to my shelves and get it read this year, hopefully. And then some pre-orders that did come in. I got Pinata by Leopoldo Gout. I think that's how you pronounce that. This is a horror, and it is a, I think it's a possession horror. So I'm really looking forward to it. Set in Mexico, there is a renovation of an ancient abbey. Carmen Sanchez and her daughters Isel and Luna, who are too young to be left alone in New York, join her in what Carmen hopes is a chance for them to connect with their roots. Then an accident at the work site unearths a stash of rare centuries-old artifacts. The disaster costs Carmen her job, cutting the family trip short, but something malevolent and unexplainable follows them home to New York, stalking the Sanchez family and heralding a coming catastrophe. And it may already be too late to escape what has been awoken. So looking forward to this one. It sounds great. Also, this cover terrifies the shit out of me, I'm not gonna lie, but I think it's really pretty at the same time. Then I did also get The Witch and the Vampire by Francesca Flores. This cover is stunning. Supposed to be a queer Rapunzel retelling, in which a witch and a vampire who trust no one but themselves must journey together through a cursed forest with danger at every turn. Unfortunately, I've just DNF'd this today. I got 68 pages in and it just wasn't working for me. It's very, very young YA. It reads very young YA to me. There isn't a great deal of world building. The Rapunzel retelling side of it, I feel like, ended in chapter 1. And there isn't much character development or arc to begin with. For me personally, I'm devastated about it because this cover is stunning and I would love to keep it on my shelves, but if I DNF a book I unhaul it, so heartbroken about that, but that didn't last too long, did it? Devastated. Then I did get The Fiancé Farce by Alexandra Bellefleur. I have read from Alexandra before, her like trilogy of companion novels. I loved them, they were great, and I think this is queer. Yes. And I'm very excited. Tansy and Gemma play the roles of affectionate fiancés. Unexpected sparks start to fly and suddenly the lines blur between convenient arrangement and real feelings begin to blur. I'm intrigued. There's a bookstore in here, family bookstore as well, which I'm excited about. Oh, and a publishing company. Fascinating. Very excited for that one. I did get The Malevolent Seven by Sebastian de Castell. I'm so excited about this one. The audiobook comes out on the 11th of May and I will be reading it this month because Joe Jameson narrates the audiobook and I'm very excited. 7 powerful mages want to make the world a better place. We're going to kill them first. There's time to recruit some very nasty people to help us on this job. I'm not going to give you much more than that, to be honest. I think you should just pick it up. But Joe Jameson narrates all of Sebastian's books other than the Fall of the Argosy duology, because it is a female MC, whereas these are male MCs. So the audiobooks are fantastic and I would recommend. But yeah, very excited about this one. I know Jade's read it and loved it. She gave it 5 stars, I'm sure she did. So very hyped. This is not going to be my only copy. FYI, I think I have 2 more coming. I did get the Fairyloot edition of The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston, which was my favourite book of April. So I'm so excited that I pre-ordered this. It's got these gorgeous flowered edges, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. And then underneath the dust jacket, it does look like this, which is just stunning. I love it. And it is signed by Ashley as well on the inside. And I'm obsessed, absolutely obsessed, because I loved this book. It was so good. And I envisage rereading it. I'm going to keep the paperback so that I can reread the paperback. You know, I say this every time, but collecting books, reading them, and having multiple editions are like 3 different things. I will be explaining myself no more. Then I did get Happy Place by Emily Henry. This is the Waterstones edition with the ombre sprayed edges. I can't remember if this is signed. Yes, it is. Signed by Emily Henry. Very excited for the... Close. Very excited for this. I do have the Afterlight edition coming as well. I think it's Afterlight that I've done it. It's following Harriet and Wynne, who are the perfect couple, but how can you pretend to be in love and get away with it in front of other people who know you best? I assume fake dating. I have got no idea, but I'm very excited. I've loved Emily Henry's romance books so far, giving them all 5 stars, so hyped for this one. And then I also have In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune, which is the Waterstones exclusive edition as well. These are the edges, so pretty. Signed by TJ Klune, and looks like this under the dust jacket. Again, I think it's coming in a subscription box at some point, so hyped for that. I'll have a couple editions of this. Welcome to the heart of a peculiar forest and the beginning of an extraordinary journey. I believe that there is an inventor. It's like a Pinocchio retelling, I believe. There's an inventor, and he has 3 robots. In a small home built in the branches of a tree lives a human named Victor and 3 robots. These are a pleasantly sadistic nurse machine, a small vacuum desperate for love and attention, and a fatherly inventor android named Giovanni Lawson. Together they are a family hidden and safe. Then Vic salvages an unfamiliar android labelled Hap. He learns that Hap and Geo share a dark past where they haunted humans, and Hap unwittingly gives away Geo's location. Before they know it, robots from Geo's former life arrive to capture and return the android to his old laboratory in the city of electronic dreams. The rest of the unconventional family must travel across an unforgiving and otherworldly country to rescue Geo from decommissioning, or worse, reprogramming. Along the way, Vic must decide if he can handle his feelings for Hap, even if they come with strings attached. I'm so excited to give this one a read. I love TJ Klune's books. And then one of the pre-orders that did come this morning is Such Sharp Teeth by Rachel Harrison. I haven't read Cackle yet from Rachel Harrison, but I'm really excited to give this one a bash. This darkly comedic love story is brilliantly layered portrait of trauma, rage and vulnerability. Fascinating. I think it's going to be werewolves or something. And it's signed as well by Rachel. There's a nice little pretty book plate in there as well. And then 3 books that were gifted to... Excuse you. 3 books that were gifted to me. So I do have Do I Know You by Emily Wibberley and Austin Sigmund Broker. I apologise. This was gifted to me by Olivia. Just a little something to say thank you. I never would have kept reading or create book content if it hadn't been for you. You're a phenomenal person who I admire a lot. Hope you enjoy, from Olivia. Thank you so much, Olivia. This follows Eliza and Graham, whose marriage is quietly failing. With their 5-year anniversary approaching, neither of them are thrilled about a week-long getaway they've been gifted. The luxury retreat prides itself on being a destination for those in love and those looking to find it, but for Eliza and Graham, it's the last place they want to be. After a well-meaning guest mistakes Eliza and Graham as being single and introduces them at a hotel bar, they don't correct him. Suddenly, they're pretending to be perfect strangers and it's unexpectedly fun. Eliza and Graham find themselves flirting like it's their first date. Everyone at the retreat can see the electric chemistry between Eliza and Graham's alter egos. But as their game continues, they realise this performance could be the very thing that saves their marriage. I remember, I've got no idea where I saw this originally, but I remember reading that synopsis and thinking, this sounds fantastic. And now I've just read it again. This sounds like the perfect holiday read, like beach read, for sure. And then this morning 2 books did come. So this one came from Tracy and it is Unfamiliar by Hayley Newsome. This is absolutely adorable. It's a little graphic novel, and it's following Planchet, who's a lonely young kitchen witch. I'm really excited for it. A debut graphic novel based on the popular webcomic series by Hayley Newsome, aka Lavender Town, is bursting with offbeat charm, a vibrant cast of wee witches, and hilarious sidekicks. I'm obsessed. I'm so excited. I originally saw this on Olivia from Liv's Libraries channel and I just needed it immediately. So I'm very excited to be sent that. Thank you so much, Tracy, for that one. And then Cece did send me Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. Happy May and well done for hitting 30 books in 30 days. You smashed it. Celebrate. Here's a book from Cece. Thanks so much, Cece, you angel. I love you. This one I believe is like a cozy fantasy, and I've seen several people reading this. I originally saw it on, I think it was Riley's channel, I'm fairly certain, but I've seen other people reading it. I've just seen Meg with Books reading it, and I'm fairly certain I've seen, again, Liv from Liv's Library reading this one as well, and I've seen a lot of people reading it. I didn't know if it would be up my street, but it does sound good. It's difficult to find a husband in Regency England when you're a young lady with only half a soul. Enter the world of this enchanting debut historical fantasy where the only thing more meddlesome than fairies is a marriage-minded mother. So it sounds really, really good. It's the historical fiction side of things that bothers me a little bit, but maybe I can look past it and it will be really good fun. So thank you again to CC for sending me this one. I am looking forward to that one. So those are all the books that I've hauled, and then I do have a Fairyloot box and an Illumicrate box. I was wanting to wait for the Fairyloot adult box to come and Owlcrate Junior, but I don't know when they're coming, and the more workmen that come in, the less I'm going to be able to film. So I wanted to get this done while I can. I'll probably just open those as and when they come in vlogs or something. Also, do you like my little cloud razor? It's upside down. Yes, TikTok did get me. No, I'm not sorry. They're cute as fuck. So we did get in the Illumicrate box. I only get the book subscription only. I enjoy some of the things that come in the boxes, but half the time I have no idea what to do with them and they just end up clogging up the room, so I don't get it anymore, unfortunately. We got Some Desperate Glory by Emily Tesh, which I have never heard of before, but I'm sure I've seen this cover. Actually, I'm lying because I've definitely seen this cover on Instagram. The edges are very spacey, so this is a sci-fi one. Illumicrate do sci-fi and fantasy, so that's intriguing. Not often we get some sci-fi from them though. Very pretty end papers indeed. We don't have the signed book plates because apparently they forgot to pack them. I've had the email this morning, so they're coming separately, but we do have some content warnings and trigger warnings, which is nice to have. Oh, pretty. While we live, the enemy shall fear us. While we are what's left, we are what must survive. Pretty. Very nice. I wonder if the end pages are the same on the other end. Oh no, different. Nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, what's it all about? I'll be. While we live, the enemy shall fear us. We are what's left. We are what must survive. Oh, I've just read that off the front of the book. All her life, Kia has trained for the day she can avenge the destruction of planet Earth. Raised on Gaia Station alongside the last scraps of humanity, she is one of the best warriors of her generation. The sword of a dead planet. Then Command assigns her brother to certain death and relegates her to the nursery to bear sons, and she knows she must take humanity's revenge into her own hands. Alongside her brother's brilliant but sedacious friend and lonely captive alien, Kia must escape from everything she's ever known. If she succeeds, she will find a universe far more complicated than she was taught and far more wondrous than she could ever have imagined. Some Desperate Glory is a thrilling told sci-fi tale about the wreckage of war, the family you find, and who you must become when every choice is stripped from you. This standalone space opera is the highly anticipated debut novel from Astounding Award winner and Crawford Awards finalist Emily Tesh. Interesting. Text in here is Mahusif. Fascinating. Just nearly stabbed myself with that bloody the cloud. There's only a book option anyway for the adult one, so this is the YA box. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm a mess today, I apologise. I've been up a long time. Okay, so for April we have Dare to Dream. This is the card for April, very pretty. We have some socks, which are inspired, it says True Story socks. Oh, it says True Story on them. Nice. Inspired by Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor, which I have read the first one, then DNF'd the second one. Then we have a bowl cozy, which is inspired by Violet Made of Thorns, which I haven't read yet, but very pretty indeed. These are very handy. I'm not going to lie, I burnt my hand on my bowl this afternoon because it was too hot because I'd reheated some pasta. So that would have been perfect for this afternoon had I already opened this. Then we have a book sleeve inspired by Daughter of the Moon Goddess, and it says, we should appreciate the flower regardless of its roots. Very pretty indeed. I have read Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Thank goodness. I have not yet read Heart of the Sun Warrior, but I am going to because I enjoyed Daughter of the Moon Goddess. And then we do have some bookmarks, special edition bookmarks. So we have Morpheus, the god of sleep. I need him. And Nike, the goddess of victory. These are very, very pretty indeed. Very nice. And the tarot cards this month feature Akiva and Karoo from Daughter of Smoke and Bone, again by Laini Taylor. These are really pretty. I love this one. But these are gorgeous. Very nice indeed. And then we do have an art print of Aaron from the Shatter Me series, Aaron Warner. I love the Shatter Me series. I really need to finish it off. I'm obsessed. It's great. This is really nice. I'm going to keep that for sure. It can go up in my wall. My new wall. Maybe. In the new library. Potentially. We'll see. I make no promises. We do have the matching bookmark to the spoiler card, as always. We have a Dear Reader letter with some very pretty art on the back. And the Fairy Scoop, which I'll go through in a second. Oh, this is pretty. We have Silver in the Bone by Alexandra Bracken. This is really, really pretty. Blue, blue. Oh, it's a sword. Guys, it's a sword. That's so pretty. I DNF'd to Law by Alexandra Bracken, so I'm a bit anxious about this, I'm not going to lie. But it does sound more up my street than Law, so maybe it'll be fine. Really nice end papers. Oh, pretty. Under the dust jacket. On the naked hardcover. And the end paper again. Very nice. Is it signed? Yes. Signed by the author. I feel like this could be a King Arthur retelling, but I'm not sure, so let's find out. Tasmin Lark is a howler, breaking into the ancient crypts of dark sorceresses in search of treasures inside. Now rumours are swirling about a powerful ring from Arthurian legend, a ring that could free her brother Cable from a curse, but they aren't the only ones who covet it. Covet it. As word spreads, greedy howlers start circling and many would kill to have the ring for themselves. Tamsin is forced into an alliance with her rival Emery's, the last person she wants to rely on. Together they dive headfirst into Viper's nest of dark magic and expose a deadly secret with the power to awaken ghosts of the past and shatter her last hope of saving her brother. Driven by love, revenge and pure adrenaline, this is the stunning new novel from one of the top fantasy authors writing today. That sounds really interesting. Oh, it's in parts as well. Nice. Do love me a good Arthurian legend for my sister Stephanie. Thanks, Alexandria. Really pretty map. I do love me a good Arthurian legend. 7 years ago, Lancashire, England. Love that. It is home for me. I live in Greater Manchester. If you ask my mum, I live in Lancashire. It's a lot of fights about it. I don't get her started. Very pretty indeed from Fairyloot. So yeah, that was everything to unbox. The Fairy Scoop, before I forget, there's an interview as always with Alexandra Bracken. Some exciting May 2023 releases of Light and Shadow by Tanaz Bethina. The Isle of Gods by Amy Kaufman. The Iron Vow by Julie Kagawa. And The Court of the Undying Seasons by A.M. Strickland. I'm very excited about that one. I can't wait to get that one. So yeah, is there a read along for this book? Oh, there we are. May 22nd it starts. And next month's theme is Feuding Gods. With this fandom neutral box, we draw inspiration from gods and mythology from around the world. We're thrilled to reveal that this box will include 5 items, one of which will be a bookshelf tote bag designed by Chatty Nora. Whether you're a die-hard fan of deity tales or just love the idea of godly conflicts, this is a box not to be missed. We're absolutely in love with the way it turned out. Featured book of the month is a historical fantasy romance that is full of magical letters, mysterious disappearances and malevolent gods. Fascinating. So yeah, that's everything. Let me pop that in there before I lose it. That is everything from my haul And, well, apart from Ashes, obviously, because apparently I was too lazy to go downstairs and get it so that I could show you what it looks like. Looks like Serpent and the Wings of Night, just says Ashes of a Star-Crossed King instead. I think that's the title. But yeah, that's everything from April's haul. I got so confused for a minute then and thought it was May's haul. It's not, it's April's. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Again, I apologise for the shoddy filming area. At least you can see my shelves in the back. I mean, half the time it's been focused on my shelves instead of me anyway. But I hope you have enjoyed this video. Chat to me in the comments down below. Have you read any of these books? I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.